Welcome to Sao Paulo, which has been host to Formula One races since 1973. Sit back and relax for what's going to be a fantastic Brazilian Grand Prix. Here are the starting positions for today's race.
How's it going, guys, and welcome to the third round of our F1 2015 Last to First Challenge Series. The series we start at the back of the field and try and win live on YouTube with no assists, Legend AI and no flashbacks. This time we're at Brazil as you guys picked it in the chat who are watching this live on YouTube and anyone watching this back again. If you want to consider the next track, let me know in the comments below this video and your track may be considered for the next round. Well, in the Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton will be a tricky one, this one, because I've not been on Brazil yet for the first, so this is my first time driving this track on this game, so it's going to be quite difficult, but we'll see how we do. It is a free stop strategy according to the game, so this will be quite interesting to see how this goes. 2 option stints and then a prime stint. May tweak it a bit and do an option prime option stint, so we'll see how that goes. It is clear for the race, so no worry about weather. So without further ado, let's begin for this race as the lights are revving. Round 3 of Last to First begins right now. Oh, bit of oversteer there, bit of traction, wheel spin. So we're going to take it nice and smoothly on this first corner. Bit of correction there, but we're going to now get the slipstream from Verstappen, get past one of the McLarens and past the second McLaren straight away. Oh, a bit of a cheeky lock up there from us there, but we get past, I think that's Marcus Ericsson. And we're up to 14th place, so it's a good start there, but the top 3 have pulled away already from the train of cars here, but we've got a lot of work to do. We've got to try and get at least in the top 10 before as Grosjean there just breaks early because of this train. We're going to go down the inside of Kvyat, so we're up to 12th place already. Go down the inside now of Grosjean, as our teammate Rosberg's leading the race, so just trying to remember my 2014 lines here and braking zones, but brake a bit earlier. So we're already up to 10th place, so we're in the points paying positions at the minute, but there's a bit of a glitch with the fast fuel mix. It apparently makes your engine hot, so you lose power. I've just completely ruined turn 1 there, like a treat, so I need to be very careful of that corner on there. But apparently if you're in rich, the engine gets hotter, and obviously means your engine's basically stuffed and you lose a lot of power, so we don't want to do that in this race. So I'm going to try and do a smart strategy here and try and do some undercuts and try and get an advantage over the leading pack. As a lot, Rosberg's pulling away from the rest of the pack now. As we go down the inside of Carlos Sainz, up to 9th place. As these cars are getting slowed up by Daniel Ricciardo, so we go around the outside of Hulkenberg. As we go down the inside of Felipe Nasr as well, as we make a bit of contact there. Slight contact, but we get the move done and we're up to 7th place. And again we lock up oh, it's not what I wanted. So we've got +3 fuel, the engine's good, so that's very promising. Put the brake bias to the front just to help us here. As you can just look at the Mercedes power here. So we go down the inside of Daniel Ricciardo, side by side with the Australian. Need to keep it in the track limits. Just make a bit of contact there going over the curb, which is pretty reasonable, so I won't use DRS to be pretty fair to Daniel Ricciardo there, so just got a bit too wide there. Put the brake bias back to balance because I'm pretty comfortable through the rest of the sectors. Got a lot of work to do now. Only saving grace we have is the fact that we've got a bit of clean air now, so we can try and hunt down the 2 Williams and the 2 Ferraris, and we've gone purple again in the middle sector, so looks promising that we could be the fastest man on track at the minute, which would be very nice, but not counting our chickens. Did a bit of a sloppy last sector, I can admit that. Mazda's up to 7th, but there's a massive train behind, so I need to get away from that as we lock up again, but we've gone purple in the first sector again. It's pretty promising, but I need to see what the gap is. We are slowly gaining on Rosberg because he's not entered this corner coming up. A lot of debris there on the right hand side, so I wonder what's happened up here. On the first lap, it could just be some paint, so... Massive oversteer on that corner, but we correct it nicely. Just need to get that in within the limits there, but we are gaining on Felipe Massa. So we may get DRS here, and we do. This could be the pass for 5th place. And we've got the fastest lap apparently, so a cheeky late break there, give the room to Massa. And we get the move done up to 5th place. Quite a frequent position of us in the series so far. As Vettel and Bottas are side by side for the podium position. Raikkonen's in 2nd. As Vettel had a bit of oversteer there. As we are completely glued to the back of him now. Oh, get some dirty air from Vettel. Might as well just stay behind the German and pounce at this DRS activation zone. It's just the downforce. Look at that, just easily past, only just past Vettel. Oh god, bit of a tyre squeal. Have to correct that over the centre S's, but let's look at our tyres. When are we scheduled? Lap 9, so the tyres look alright, so I could potentially pull this out to a 2-stop, potentially, if we keep this pace up, but not like that. Tyres will start to degrade very slowly now. I'm starting to feel a bit of it right now actually, so currently in our highest position I think in the series, which is obviously 4th place, as we go a bit wide there, as we hit the wall, and there's the wing. So luckily for us, I'm going to try and alter the strategy a bit here. This could work, but may not work here. I'm going to try doing 2 stops now on. Well, this could be the series end. This could be the episode done, guys. But I'm not hitting 3 laps early here, so not what I wanted. But it's best to do the strategy now. Get some clean air. Have a massive undercut on the pack. This is not what I wanted to do, but the pace seems okay, so I'm going to drop down to probably last place again, so we're back to last to first, so we're back to last, but this could potentially work, this strategy, depending on how long these primes can last. You may be wondering why I'm going a bit slow there. It's because of the glitch with the pit lane that we got in Monza in the last round, so I've had to put pit assist on just to prevent that glitch from happening. It's a massive gamble. We know the tyres can last, an extra couple of laps, so it will depend how long these tyres can go. These primes, so we could do a prime option or a prime stint. Literally got to work our butt off now. Well, these guys will be on worn options at this point, so we need to really push and not do that again, which cost us there. Our only saving grace is we did that with only like what, 2 corners of the lap left, so we kind of got away with that. Let's put this up to Rich for this little bit. Get some speed back. So hopefully you can pick up the pace a bit. As there's Rosberg, so we are gaining a bit of time actually, because we did not see Rosberg last time out on the track map at the final corner, so that's reasonably promising. As we're all into the back of Roberto Merri already in the manor. A bit of oversteer there, but we're going to dive down the inside of the manor and up into 19th place. A bit wide on mid-corner, but not really too bothered about that. Merri's got to get DRS, but I don't really see the manor overtaking us, as his teammate Will Stevens pits, and a few others are pitting, so this is quite interesting. Question is, are we going to get ahead of this train? That's my main worry. Need to get ahead of, that's Felipe Nasr, who we were in that train with. Rosberg's pitted as well, so that's quite interesting. Where's he's 12 seconds up the road, so we've got a lot of, as we go wide. We've gone perp in the first sector, which is quite nice to see. Rosberg's in a bit of a train there, so that could help us here gain the time back. Obviously, but we are on older tyres than the German. Got a lot of work to do now. Raikkonen obviously still leads the race. We know we're quicker than Kimi. Go up to Rich, but my main priority was to get ahead of that train led by Felipe Nasr, so I'm quite happy to avoid that. We've got some more cars in the pits. Let's move up to 6th place. Bottas and Kvyat. So Rosberg's got past Bottas and Kvyat. Oh, we lost position to Bottas and co. There's Rosberg. You can see the tyres there getting very hot on the left front through the long right-hander in that middle sector, so we've got to be very careful. That corner again, getting us caught there. And again, these slow corners here are very tricky. I see a bit of wear there, so obviously you've got to remember lap 7 was when we pitted, so still got 27 laps, 26 laps to go, so we've got plenty of time to I kind of did not make that corner again. Massa's only 3 seconds behind, but seems to be quicker at this point, so we don't need to worry about him. the time being. Just got to be careful of this corner in particular, so we're just short shift. As Bottas has been held up quite badly here, which I think it's back markers, or it could actually be people fighting for position here. So two people are pitting. Who are pitting? Alonso's in, and who else is in? Button. The two McLarens are pitting at the same time, which is not what you want to see. For any McLaren fans out there, they're going to lose a lot of positions there, but they did 12 laps on the prime, so I think 3 stops is probably the way to go, I think. But we're catching up to Valtteri Bottas, who's in the podium positions. It would be nice to get a podium, but it's going to be a bit tricky. And I think Vettel was the next car ahead of Bottas, or it could be Kimi Raikkonen, so it's one of the Ferraris, it has to be. As Rosberg crosses the line, so we're not that far off actually, so it's very promising to notice that. We're into the 13s again, so we're way quicker than Bottas at this point. Massa's slightly slower than us, but obviously these guys are on warmer, younger tyres than us. So I'm okay. If I can get these to around about lap 17, then I can do 2 option stints. We've gone a bit quicker than Rosberg's, so we're slightly gaining on the German. So if I can get to the back of him before we pit, then definitely 2 option stints are on the cards. Just had to switch it up where you've gone to the options for the primes first, then the options afterwards. May bite me in the backside later on in the race, but I'm definitely going to the options for my second stint, and that would probably give me an indication of if it's wise to go on the options again. That's the prime, I don't want the prime. Option, please.
Okay, fitting options on your next stop.
Very surprised I've got the engine nice and cool, so I'm quite happy with that. As we're slowly gaining on Bottas, very slowly, but I can take this. So we're starting to get some signs of wear on the tyres. Some cheeky short shifts, just get the car a bit more stable. The gap's now 1.7 to Bottas. What's our fuel looking like? +3, not too bad. Making that mistake in the last corner's cost us a couple of attempts to Bottas. Massa's now 4.6 behind, so our engine's getting a bit hot now. So I'm going to drop it back to standard. And again, we just can't get that corner right for some reason. Let's be very careful of that engine. Got to Rich again. Just on the straights. And what's our time? 14.7. So the signs of degradation are happening on our tyres, on our primes, but get these to 18, I can definitely do 2-start. Well, 18, that 19. Starting to show some signs, but oversteer again. Starting to lose some time, bit of time now to Bottas, but not too much. This looks pretty promising now. Gained 4 attempts on Bottas in this sector, so that's good. We've got someone in the pits. I got an achievement, no idea what it is, but slowed the game down a bit in terms of FPS. We're up to 3rd place, so someone's pitted in front, which might be interesting actually if they are on the primes now, maybe. But they have done an option stint, so this is quite promising. This. Oh, bit of a cheeky cut there. Didn't want to do that. So are these guys on options? I wonder. That's the question. So it gaps 1.1 to Bottas. So I wonder if they are on options and their tyres have gone. Obviously going to stay out. Rosberg is indeed in the pit, so he's on options. And I've just completely wrecked the tyres, so didn't want to do that. As the engine starts to cool down a bit. Our tyres are getting a bit too hot now, as that has just completely proven my point. Tyre's going to be old, but we can get to lap 19. We should be fine to do 2 options and be fine on our tyres. So another lap. Obviously, Rosberg will have to do a prime stint, I think, at the end. So this is very promising. Shifting too early. Didn't want to do that. Rosberg is there, just entering the final corner, so the last stint's going to be very critical for us, I feel. As Bottas will pit, and we take the lead of the race for the first time in this race. As Rosberg is 4 seconds behind. As we have a retirement from the race, no idea who it is, but
confirmed, we'll fit the option tyre on your next stop.
oh. So Rosberg's 5 seconds, so we've gained a second on him, so I don't know what's happened to how he's lost 1.2 seconds, but very strange. God. get that corrected. So I'm just going to... Oh, tyres have definitely gone off the cliff now, so...
Pit crew will fit the options next time you're in.
Just confirm for options as we dive into the pit lane. This is going to be quite close. Come on, boys, give us a good stop. That is not a good stop. 2.6 seconds. Pretty poor from the Mercedes, if I'm honest, but we need clean traffic. That's the main priority. And where's Bottas as well? Bottas is just coming to turn 1 now, so we've kind of got away with it. As if you just joined and wondering why I'm going very slowly through the pit exit, is there's a glitch with this pit exit. It keeps you in second gear. That's why I have used pit assist for this race. As we saw in the last round at Monza, we were heavily affected by that glitch bug thing, so that's why I'm running it this time round. And Bottas has jumped us as well, but not really too fussed about that. As I think he's on primes now, so this is the time. No, he's on options. Okay, I take that back. But he's just automatically got these tyres up to temperature here. Bottas is struggling, it seems, to get his tyres up. So we're going to try and make the pounce on him now. Get back in the podium positions. Vettel's in 5th, just behind us, 4 seconds away. But here comes the slipstream from that Williams. And here comes the pass. Up into the podium positions for the first time. Like legit now. Go back to standard. Done very well for fuel, and our engine is okay, so very good this is from us. We will definitely need to stop again, I know that, so do that. Got a lot of work to do now to try and maintain this good pace and try and get Rosberg. But it's good to see we're purple in both sectors at the minute. That's where the comeback is. Raikkonen's in 2nd. We set a 1:11.5. That's a ridiculous time from us. Very good time from us. Still a long way to go though. 15 laps. Anything can happen. So we're going to try and get past Roberto Merri in the manner who should be letting us through. Which he just could have ruined the race there for us. Just see Rosberg there, who is obviously going to be on options as well for this, his last option stint. Nearly did the same mistake we did that cost us our front wing there. So the magic number for us, as you can see on the screen now, is 27. So if we can get it to 28, lap 28, then I'm perfectly safe for tyres. And we won't get a punch or anything like that. Raikkonen's only 7 seconds up the road. Bottas is 3 seconds, so these guys will be pitting any time soon as well for primes if they're not on primes. Again we go wide, need to brake a bit earlier for that corner maybe. So basically, theoretically, we will be hunting Nico Rosberg down for the remaining 8-9 laps of this Brazilian Grand Prix. So this is the key stage of the race. We've got to gain as much time on our teammate and see what the pit's strategy is going to be for us. So may gamble pitting earlier to try and get some clean air. But we'll have to see what the gap is behind. I need to try and get that gap to Bottas up to around about 10 seconds, 10-11 seconds by the time we make our final stop of the race. As I can just see a Ferrari up ahead. The gap is slowly decreasing on Rosberg, just from the map. As we've got Will Stevens now in that manner. We haven't got long left in this race as well, if I must add. As Will Stevens here is holding us up, a treat. Lose a bit of time. Now we've got some clean air. The next car in front of us is Kimi Räikkönen as Rosberg crosses the finish line. Go back to standard on the fuel. Gap's 2.5 seconds now to Kimi. Just got that corner spot on for the first time in quite a while. Just see Rosberg now, who is the yellow dot on the track, if you guys don't know. So we've got so much traction over Kimi here. His tyres have gone, so... Is he on primes, I wonder? These guys have to pit now, I think, if they're on prime tyres. Would be quite silly if they're not. Raikkonen is in. Thank you for the DRS. Rosberg stayed out, which is quite interesting. As he's 8 seconds up the road, so... This could be his downfall. How's our tyres looking? Our tyres look fine, so that's good. Getting a bit of time on Rosberg as we've just gone a bit too deep into that corner. Into turn 4, so just need to get this turned in. Need putting full lock there. Got to set some very good laps now. Well, Kimi's on cold tyres, so we need to really push now. And I think he's just behind Bottas, I think, so... I could be completely wrong, but... The question is now, when is Rosberg pitting from the lead? And I think he's in the pits, he is indeed, so... We will take back the lead. We're going to have some very worn options at this point, so we've really got to push now. Try and get a good enough gap, around about 10 seconds will do. As he will probably be on the prime tyre, I think, or maybe did a cheeky option stint now. As we lock up again and go a bit wide there. Luckily for us, Rosberg is behind Bottas, so that really helps me a lot at this point. How's our tyres looking? Look a bit orange. We will stay out for another lap. And just hope Bottas stays out for another lap. So the gap is around about 14 seconds. Is Rosberg, as there's a chunk of cars coming out of the pit exit here. This is going to be interesting. We get out of the big train, there's a couple of cars here. Hopefully they won't hold us up. I think that's a Force India ahead of us. It's Romain Grosjean actually in that. Get a bit distracted there. Our tyres are definitely starting to feel a bit bad now. Get a lot of tyre squeal now. As there's Rosberg on the map. Luckily this time we don't spin and crash into the wall, so just got to be careful now on these tyres. Don't want to crash it now. As we will dive into the pits this time for our final pit stop of this race. So it's got to be a very good stop, this. Even bad pit stop there from us. So we've lost the lead as there's Rosberg just going through turn 2. So now we've got about 8 laps remaining in this race to gain the time back on Rosberg. So we've got a lot of work to do now. I think he's on primes. Who's this? Is this Raikkonen? We luckily get ahead of Kimi Raikkonen, so that's very good for us in our quest to win this race. So we get some oversteer there. So there is Rosberg. Oh, that's a bad corner that was for us. Obviously cold tyres will come into play here, so as Raikkonen is right behind us now. Who luckily for us is on prime, so we are going to pull away from him. What's the magical time, the gap? 8.5 seconds. We need to basically gain more than a second a lap on Rosberg. And quickly, so let's go. Let's get the rich mix up. Go back down to standard. Gained a 10th on us in the last sector, but we did have a bit of a sloppy one, so nice turn 4. Still not gaining that much time on Rosberg, who is getting held up here by traffic. It's our time to pounce now, as I've said. He's still being held up by some traffic, so major part of the focus of the race now is this bit now. How much time has Rosberg lost during this being behind back markers is the question. We've got a bit too deep. He's got past one of them. He's lost 2.7 seconds on one lap from being held up in traffic. That's going to be the massive key factor. We've got to get through that traffic as well, which is pretty annoying, but we've still got about 6 laps to do it in. At least now it's nearly exactly a second a lap. Rosberg, I don't know what's happened to Rosberg. Rosberg's been checked up here by Kvyat. I don't know what the hell's happened here, but we are back in contention now for this win. I don't know what the hell happened. I would go back on the replays and find out what. Probably at the end of the stream, so we'll discover what happened to Rosberg. So right on the back of him now. from what was going to be quite a challenge is quite easy now as we lose the back end again. So Kvyat's actually helped me out a treat here as we lock it up again at the same corner. Luckily I got off the traction there, so didn't want that. So Rosberg's getting some time, and we've got some lock-up as some worn out, well, a tiny bit of worn out tyres as well, but hopefully these guys, oh hello, a lot of action going up front of this pack. But what's annoying is Rosberg has got past the Maldonado, so our tyres will start to go off a bit now. So we've got +2 laps as well, fuel, which is quite good. Go on a bit of the grass there. Just gonna prevent that spin from happening now. So we're gonna go into lean at this point, just to save some fuel and reduce the tyres, the rear traction happening. So we drop it down, the rear down. Yellow flags are out, so we can't pass. Now we can pass past the Maldonado. Let's go down the inside of him. Bit cheeky. Oh my god, what the? Oh my. Don't know what the hell has happened there. Kvyat's checking up. Kvyat's holding the pack up. I don't know what the hell happened there, but the AI just took each other out. That is just ridiculous. That's in a good way good, so I don't know what happened there. Let's get some DRS now. Can we get the pass on Rosberg before turn 1? It doesn't look like it. 4 laps to go with this race. Nearly went to the back of Rosberg there, so can we get a move on Rosberg before this corner? That answer is no. Plus this green flag, yellow flag thing is going to bother me a bit, so just can't get the move done. Rosberg's checked up as well. Just can't get the traction down, because if I lay it down too early I'll spin it, like this corner is, so we've just got to be very careful on traction here. This dirty air from Rosberg's not going to help at all. Like that, got a lot of oversteer. Get the DRS again. Got 3 laps remaining of this race. Our tyres will be going off at this point, but they've gone very well, so it's quite good. Rosberg's put his fuel mix up to rich here, and he's holding us. We can just get to the back of him here. Dirty air doesn't help us through that corner. Grip from the options there helping us through that corner. Nearly went to the back of our teammate. Starting to get some signs of rear degradation happening now. Gonna try and get him into turn 1 now. Pretty close to him. Bit of a good exit. Get that slipstream. Try and get him into turn 4. Someone's gone off. The long right-hander. So we get very close to him now. Need a good exit from the center S's, which we do. This could be our chance of an overtake. Come on. Here we go, going for the inside. Rosberg holds us up. So we've got 2 laps to go. This is the closest we've been to Rosberg in quite a bit. So we've got a Toro Rosso there of, I think that's Carlos Sainz. Just can't get a gap, a door open here. Get a good exit. Just can't get that move done. Right, now we need to stop fuel saving. It's now time to use some of our engine now. Luckily for us, he didn't get DRS on Carlos Sainz, so this could be the move on the last lap of the race. And I've just completely just ruined that. I just took Sainz out there like a treat. Just too excited. I apologise to Carlos Sainz there, but massive brake problems there, so put him on the front. Oh no, not now, not at this point. Being a bit too cheeky there. Should have just been a bit conservative. That could have cost us the win here. But we've got Fernando Alonso ahead of us, so Rosberg's checking. Oh, what's he doing? I don't think we're going to do it unless we get a miracle of a run here. We cocked up the win here. I can't believe that. We've lost the win. Oh my god, for being too cheeky. Rosberg wins. We come second. We blew it there. And I'm absolutely annoyed with that. We could have won the race. And I locked up too late, broke too late, trying to be cheeky, trying to get a late braking, and it didn't work, and I'll probably get some banter in the comments of that race. But second place, considering we did spin it and hit the wall, thought my race was over at that point with the damage model on this game. But first time we see the podium in the series, so that's good. But that win has cost, we could have won that. Oh my god.
Top drive from Nico Rosberg today. The German finished on the top step of the podium.
That's annoying, that is.
Comprehensive performance.
We're so much quicker as well, as you can see there. 1.8 seconds quicker. Oh my god. So, that's been an enthralling Brazilian Grand Prix with glitches and cars crashing into each other and lots of things happening during that race. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully we can go one step better and win another race. Next time out will be the Belgian Grand Prix, as I've decided we're going to do that next. That'll be the next stream. Will be my last stream before I go away for 2 weeks on holiday, which will be highlights from a couple of weeks. But if you like this video, guys, and want to see more, let me know in the comments below what track you want me to see me do after Spa, and hit the like button. Let's try and get this to 100 likes. For the next one, I'll get that up straight away for you for that one. But until next time, guys, have a fantastic day wherever you're doing, and I shall see you next time for another race in the Last to First Challenge on F1 2015. Until then, guys, have a great evening. Take care.